Hello and welcome to India Today. This is Anita Brito in conversation with two very accomplished actors. That's Vikrant Massey and Radhika Apte. Hello.
Hi
Welcome.
Anita, so good to see you again.
So good to see you. And अच्छा है कि we are meeting like face to face.
Yeah.
Entire lockdown, I think we have only spoken on
On
Zoom calls,
Zoom.
Zoom interviews. Yes. So nice to have you all in a conversation with us. I want
Thank
to
you.
begin by asking how excited are you for Forensic?
Very excited, very excited. It's a whodunit, one of my favorite genres, and it's with none other than Vikrant Massey.
Right.
I'm actually nervous.
Oh.
I'm excited. As an audience, I would definitely be watching it the moment it's out. But I'm actually a little more nervous because it's an adaptation of a very
Right.
successful film. You know, and we hope that we've done justice to it, and that there were a lot of larger ideas to cater to, which is it's in a lot of ways, as she said, it's a whodunit. Yes, it's a crime thriller. It's supposed to give you that edge of the seat experience, but also at the same time, it's a tribute to investigating officers,
Right.
including police officers and forensic officers. So I hope we've done justice to that, and I hope when all the investigating agencies, we are hoping that we'll organize a special screening for all of them together.
Oh.
And if I hope it's worth their time. I hope it's worth the audience's time, and I'm always nervous before my film. So yeah, it's normal.
But do you all plan to show it to the original cast as well? The South.
Let's see.
Cast?
I think it's a great thought. I'm sure the marketing team has definitely thought of something on similar lines, but I don't think so. I am aware of it,
Okay.
but it's a good thought.
All
Yeah.
right. Tell me one thing. I want to know your point of view. When everything is available today, like at a click of a button, how advisable it is to take an adaptation or dub it in Hindi or make it in Hindi.
Not very, but this isn't that because we've taken the core idea from the let's call it original. Uh, but we've changed it. We've adapted it. We've changed the twists and turns, and I hope it's a different film when you watch. And in a way, also adaptations are interesting, right? Because to see the same idea explored and interpreted by different people in a different way, is also can be very interesting. So we're hoping for both the latter.
Right. Would you like to add something?
How advisable it is. I'm not actually reading too much into the public debate that's happening as to should we have remakes or not. I see it in a very different way. Indian cinema overall, throughout a country, including regional cinema, they've evolved in very different ways, but yet they are very cyclical. So today, if we are actually having a debate about, which I'm aware of on Twitter, though I don't actively participate in, I'm aware of the fact that there is a debate online about why should we remake films that have already been made. Maybe it's just a phase right now, but it's also very cyclical. And creatively speaking, as she said, in our film, especially strictly speaking about our film, it's a very different perspective. We've taken the core idea. As I said earlier, the core idea is, it's a crime thriller. It's supposed to be a psychological thriller also, but the execution is very different. And we have to accept the fact that cinema cultures all across our country, they are very different. From down south up to central India to up north, Punjabi cinema. I think सबके cultures अलग-अलग हैं. And I see no harm in adapting any film which you feel is worth adapting and helping it reach out to a wider audience today.
Have you watched the original?
Yeah,
What was your
of
take
course,
on that?
I am a Tovino Thomas fan. I have, like Minnal Murli, I've seen it thrice.
Wow.
3 बार देख ली मैंने. My wife is a huge Tovino Thomas fan. Because of her, so I have seen the original. Yeah, and I hope we've done justice to the original. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. It's a big responsibility, when you are adapting something and wanting it, remaking it in a way or adapting it in a certain way. There are certain barometers that you really need to tick off, and I hope we've done that.
Radhika, what about you?
No, I think I really enjoyed it when I watched it a while ago because I watched it before we shot, before the script came to me. So I really enjoyed it. And but then we worked on the script for a while. Then we shot. So I think I've forgotten some parts of it. Very honestly speaking, because I was like we were so focused on this story and this plot.
You both have been, you're two actors who think before taking up a script. You all are very conscious in what you all take up. What was about this particular role? And talking about you especially, you have done most of boy next door roles, but off lately, like couple of years, you have taken up challenging roles. You have taken up roles that people would not, think that you can do it.
Yeah.
What is the criteria, firstly, and was it a conscious decision to, dive into roles like these?
Say?
No, please.
No, I mean, I think criteria are different. Sometimes it's the person you want to work with, sometimes it's the script, sometimes it's where it's been shot. Sometimes,
Just
oh,
the
you're going there,
location.
fine, I want to go there. Sometimes you need the money, sometimes you need the commercial viability. So various reasons why you do a film. This one, I knew that it was an adaptation, but I knew that he was attached to it. And I'm not saying this to flatter you at all, genuinely. But because he was attached, I said yes to it instantly. By that time, I hadn't seen Vishal's first film. I didn't know the producers. I hadn't seen the Malayalam film either.
Okay.
I just knew he is attached and I said yes. Like genuinely. Was like not even, I'm not trying to,
I know, of
Put him
course, I
on a-
trust you. It's
yeah.
it's
But
one
that
of
was
the
my
best
reason to
compliments of that.
do it really.
Firstly, thank you. Thank you. I actually said yes to this film because multiple reasons, of course. I'd never played a part like this before, and when I actually spoke to the producers and as to why they want to adapt this and help it reach a wider audience in our country, is because a lot is in fact there's not a lot of understanding or knowledge about what the forensic experts do, unfortunately.
Correct.
And they are such an important aspect of our legal system, if I can say.
Correct.
They not only help in solving a murder or a crime, but they are also aiding you in so many ways. There is a definite science. Forensic science is a different branch altogether. That was one of the reasons. While I was pitched this film, luckily the makers also wanted to get in Vishal Furia, and I really trust that man. I've worked with him before. I really enjoy working with him. And even before they probably reached out to her, they knew that they want to reach out to her. So one of the other reasons why I also said yes to the film at the initial stage was because I knew the producers wanted her in the film. And working with someone like her obviously is some, I've been wanting to do that for quite some time. I felt this was the right opportunity, and there were many boxes that were ticked. I wanted to work with Radhika, I wanted to work with Vishal. I wanted to, in some way or the other, within my limited capacity, pay a tribute to the forensic experts. And also because I have seen the original of the film, I loved the way Tovino sir really played that part, and I thought, and this guy is actually very different from the parts that I've played. So your question started off that way. It's a very conscious decision to go out there and probably, challenge myself as an actor and pick up roles which conventionally people think I won't be able to pull off. But that's exactly where the challenge lies, and that's
And
the
you've
reason
been surprising each and every one of us in the last few years.
Yeah, thanks.
So,
thank you. Anita.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Radhika, tell me one thing. What is your take on roles written for women on OTT, for OTT, in OTT space? Do you feel that it's better than what is written in cinema? The roles written for females?
Which ones are they? The thing is, the truth is, last 2 years, most of the things have been on OTT only, yeah. Like whether they're films or series, you know what I mean? So, I don't know.
But do you think it's better than what's been written in cinema? Roles written specially for women?
That's what I'm saying, I don't know, because Jalsa was great, it's a film. Then Gangubai, the part was great. Then, Deepika's just done Gehraiya, which was written for a woman. Then, there are many films which were also quite strong parts. Forensic was also, there was a strong woman character. So I think it's more or less the same, I personally feel. Yeah, I think it's similar.
Okay.
Probably, yeah. I don't think it's better or worse. There are lots of films with women in the lead now. Lots of them.
Yeah.
Alia's doing everything which is where she's the lead. Deepika's doing everything that where she's a lead, uh, and which is great, like spectacular. I think Vidya always does something that she's in the lead. And Guilty Minds was actually, I really enjoyed watching that. But I'm saying there are lots of
Yeah.
uh,
Got it.
there are few series where women have prominent. See, series are longer also. You can have lots of characters. You know what I mean? So that's also there. So I don't think it's better or worse in series. I am not somebody who does this versus that. What is better? I'm not good at it.
Right.
You know?
But what kept you away for this
Uh,
long?
so, I think I think just some priorities have changed. Um, I am happy about the last, let's say, the last decade of what I've done, and I'm very grateful. I'm extremely happy, but I don't want to repeat that. If
Like
the
I
ne-
read somewhere you said that you were not getting interesting roles. Or
I mean, yeah, I think as a person you need to grow, right? You can't be doing the same thing over and over again, or doing the same subjects, or in the name of progressive, you can't do something which is slowly feed progressive towards the society. I want to do something progressive, well, change me also, yeah, a little bit.
Right.
Like, in the sense, challenge me and say that, okay, you know, like something new, something fresh, something that really needs you to do research and go deep and like really do the hard work. I want to work hard. And I'm not feeling that at the moment, and I'm not criticizing what's there. I'm just saying that I wasn't feeling, I was also exhausted, I think, and I want to try different things, and I want to do selective things. I don't want to do a lot. So I've not gone away because of COVID. I just moved,
Right.
and I loved those 2 years away. You know, when
Really?
I first went there, I bought a toothpaste and a Marmite, and I saw it finish, and then I went to the shop to buy again, and I was like, I haven't seen a toothpaste finish for the last 15 years. Because I've been traveling so much. I have some 4 or 6 sets of things, right? One in London to travel, one always with an airport bag, one. I've never seen a thing finish. I loved it. So I was like, I want to see it again for a bit. Like, I want to have a bit of a stability.
Little joys of life.
Yeah, man. So just reading, watching, eating in the sense, not food, eat in order to give, like
Right.
being able to give, you know what I mean? So I'm enjoying that, and I'm slowly coming back.
They say you have two,
4
three
releases.
acts, 4 releases.
Yeah.
Wow.
But slowly, let's see.
Right. Vikrant, for you, this year has been very, very special for you, for obvious reasons. How has how has life been post marriage?
I am really blessed.
कुछ ऐसा अलग लग रहा है?
काफी चीजें अलग लग रही हैं. To begin with, we've moved to a new house.
A beautiful house.
Yeah, thanks.
How do you know? How am I missing something?
No. Like we.
Oh no,
we
I
have
thought
known
it's
each other
like,
for
it's
really,
like
really
been on
long.
news a lot and I've missed it all.
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. So, to begin with the new house, of course, but it's great. I'm really blessed. Married my best friend, so couldn't have asked for more. It's been good so far, you know. Life is good. Life is kind. God is kind, and really excited. Work-wise, also, it's been a very, very good year. I'm really happy with the kind of work that I'm doing, or the kind of work that I've done, or the work that came out this year to the audiences. I think Love Hostel did really, really well.
Yes.
Really proud of that work, and I'm really looking forward to Forensic as well.
Which is apart from Love Hostel, which was the other close film that the film that you loved a lot, and you're very, 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 very proud of it.
Very, very proud of. Of course, it goes without saying. Death in the Gunge is one film that has given me a new lease of life.
That's where we met first.
Yeah, screening, reading, the reading.
Yes.
At Coco's.
Coco's place. Now I remember. Right.
And Haseen Dilruba, I think the numbers that it did,
Yes.
and also now we have data available at the click of a button for it to be the most watched film that year. I also concede to the fact that yes, the world was shut that time, but you yet had a lot of options to watch, but you chose my film. So there's a lot of gratitude, there's a lot of, it's a great feeling.
So what next for both of you? This is my last question. talking about your films. You have 4, please. And Vikram Veda,
Yeah.
you're working with Saif
Yeah.
and Ritik.
Ritik.
Oof.
Yeah, that's finished. That was great. So, Vikram Veda, I have Monica, Oh My Darling
Yes.
with Raj,
Yeah.
and I have Mrs. Undercover
Mrs. An-
and Forensic.
How was with Saif and
Saif, I
Ritik?
mean, it's our third project together. I love working with him. I find him very funny. I find him so funny. I'm
He's very
only
good,
laughing
man.
off screen.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And Pushkar and Gayatri were, they're so nice to work with, the directors. I actually practically cried after I finished the shoot because I was like, I wish I had more days with you, but I didn't. I had a great time. I really had a great time.
What about Ritik?
I have not much with him, but whatever I had, it was lovely actually. It's chatting with him about lots of things, and he's so lovely. I had a good time with him.
What about you? What
Me?
next?
What next? I have Forensic, which is out in a couple of weeks. I have Mumbaikar with Santosh Sivan and Vijay Sethupathi coming
Vijay.
out.
Oof, once again, no.
Yeah.
Vijay Sethupathi.
Yeah, with Vijay sir, I think it's been a dream. Though unfortunately, I really didn't have a lot of work with him. I only shot with him for 3 nights. But I will always cherish those 3 nights. He's such a humble man. Yeah, then I have a few films which I've signed, but I think I'll speak at the right time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, thank you so
Thank you.
much for
Thank
talking with
you.
us, and
Thank
all
you,
the very
Anita.
best for Forensic and other
Thank you.
projects.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Such a pleasure talking to you.